Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wrestling with the Apester. I am the Apester himself, of course. And man, I'm making this last-minute podcast here. Last-minute decision to make it. I just wanted to address the whole Cody situation. Probably not gonna be that long. I'll try keeping it maybe at 20 minutes max. We'll see about that though. Yeah. So let me just go ahead and start over here and start with the whole Seth Rollins thing on Monday Night Raw. So, this past Monday night on Raw, Cody Rhodes came out and was gonna address Roman Reigns, say, "Hey, I'm coming for your title," all that. But then Seth Rollins came out and he basically said, "Hey, I respect you a lot. Congratulations about winning the Royal Rumble twice in a row, all that good stuff. But are you sure you want to go for the Hollywood title, the title that doesn't matter, the title that a fraud is holding, he hardly shows up, or do you want the workhorse title?" And Cody Rhodes basically was like, "I'll think about it," and then he walked off. And then that was the end of that segment. So fast forward to last night on SmackDown, which was February 2nd, Friday, February 2nd. That was yesterday. Today is Saturday, the 3rd. I am making this very last minute, but I really badly wanted to address the situation with Cody and my thoughts on this and what do I think is going to happen next, what I want to happen next, things like that. And so let's fast forward to SmackDown last night. The main event. Actually, let's talk about the Bayley thing first because I love that whole thing with Bayley. So apparently Io Sky and Kairi Sane and Asuka were talking, and I guess Io said something along the lines of, "Bayley is done." And then they were laughing, chuckling, and they walked away. And in the background, Bayley was listening on, and she looked devastated, And then they came out to the ring. Bayley was like, "Oh, I couldn't have done this without my girls here, all that." But she kept turning around, looking at them like something's not right. And then she kept talking, and then they were laughing and chuckling back there. And then she goes, Bayley goes, I feel like I need to go for my heart. I need to put aside all the problems and all this other stuff. And she turns over to EO and Damage Control, all of them in Damage Control. But bear with me, by the way. I'm trying to get everything set up here for the podcast. It's like I said, very last minute. I'm trying to get everything opened up here. I'm trying to get my computer up and running here. But basically Bayley turns around and she goes, "Yeah, well, you guys done laughing? Like, I don't know why you guys hate me so much now all of a sudden. Like, what did I do to you guys? Like, what, So eventually, Io or Asuka and Kairi Sane attack Bayley. Bayley was prepared though. She had a pipe underneath the ring. She grabbed it. She hit everybody with the pipe except for Io. She was about to hit Io, but then they had a face to face. Io left the ring. Bayley was like, "Oh yeah, about that announcement, Io, I'm coming after your title at WrestleMania." So yeah, it's official. It's going to be Bayley versus Io Sky at WrestleMania. I cannot wait for that. Obviously, that was going to be the build-up originally. Now who goes after Rhea Ripley? I don't know. I highly believe that it's going to be either Becky Lynch or Nia Jax. I really hope it's Becky Lynch. Yeah. I mean, that's about it with that. But man, back to the Cody stuff. I figured I would just address the whole Bayley thing, But I'm really happy about that. So that's taken care of. Now let's talk about the Cody thing. Fast forward SmackDown to the main event. Now the main event was like a half an hour long. It was like 9:30 at night when Roman Reigns came out, and he takes 3 years to get to the ring. Eventually, he got there, and everybody was chanting Cody, 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 and he's like, "Yep, we're gonna get to him in a second, but first, Birmingham, Alabama, acknowledge me." And then first thing he addressed was Seth Rollins. He was like, "Seth Rollins, listen, you're talking all this crap, things like that. But at least I make more money than you." And he started talking all this crap about him and all this. But he roasted Seth. Let me tell you right now. He's like, "Oh, if you're a workhorse, then how is it that you're limping like this?" And he did like this funny limp, whatever. And I'll admit, man, fucking Roman Reigns, he roasted the shit out of Seth Rollins, man. Hopefully Seth Rollins comes back after that. Hopefully, and hopefully eventually it leads to like a SummerSlam match, maybe even freaking Roman versus Seth. I wouldn't mind that at all. But But yeah, so eventually Cody comes out and cuts the commercial. We come back and Cody was like, listen, there's a lot of things I agree with Seth Rollins' promo on SmackDown, on Monday Night Raw this past week. There's a lot of things I agree to on that. But the one thing I did not agree was that Seth Rollins had said that title, pointing at Roman Reigns' title, he said that was a Hollywood championship. And Cody did not agree with it. Cody said it's the same championship that Bruno Sammartino held. It's the same championship that his dad tried going for, and it's the title that he wants. He 100,000,000,000%. He wants that championship. However, now here's where the anger part comes in. He said, not at WrestleMania. And this is where the fans kind of booed a little bit, and they were just like, wait a minute, what? They got a little quiet. At this point, I kind of got quiet too. I was like, okay. And then the first thing I thought of was, okay, there were rumors a couple hours ago that The Rock was backstage and that The Rock was at some gym in Alabama or whatever. So I feel like this has something to do with this, and I really hope it's not what I think it is. And he goes, well, I had some conversations with somebody back there that you know very well, and we came to an agreement. And the crowd kind of went dead for this at first. They were like, the hell? Like, who is he talking about? And out comes The Rock. Immediately, I knew it was The Rock. I immediately knew it was The Rock. I was just waiting for his entrance theme to play, especially how they rumored it and all that. And on Raw a month or two ago, whatever it was, that, should The Rock sit at the head of the table? That kind of thing. I kind of already hinted at it. Out comes The Rock. He hugs Cody. He whispers something in Cody's ear. I don't know what it was. Probably saying, I just took your WrestleMania spot. And then Cody gets out of the ring and walks away. And The Rock is face-to-face with Roman. They slowly approach each other, and SmackDown ends just like that. On a cliffhanger. Sort of on a cliffhanger, but at the same time, it's pretty solidified what's going to happen. And that's where the angry matter of the situation comes in. Nobody wants to see this. I mean, I do, but why? Now, what a lot of people are mad about is that it just doesn't make sense. And I'm going to pull up the video here on my computer, but I'm not going to watch it completely. I'm just going to pause it here for a second. I'm trying to see how many dislikes are on it. But from what I'm told and from what I saw online, everybody's saying that this is the most disliked video ever of all time in WWE history. This is the most disliked video. Beating the Charlotte Flair taking Becky Lynch's spot at Mania or whatever the hell it was video. This is the most disliked video ever in WWE history, which I cannot see how many dislikes are here. It won't let me dislike. I mean, I'm going to dislike it just to join the fan club here, because I wouldn't agree with most fans because everybody always gets mad about everything. But I think in this case scenario, I am pretty pissed about this. Typically I'm never mad about... Man, I gotta get some... I'm sorry, I just gotta stop for a second. I gotta get some water. I'll be right back. I am really thirsty. Okay, sorry about that. Whew. Had to get some water. No, I was really thirsty. I had some meat this morning, and usually when I eat meat, I always get thirsty, but... Sorry, I just had to send a text message. Yeah, anyway. So, back to the whole situation here. So, yeah, so it's the most disliked video of all time in WWE history. Rock and Roman face off after SmackDown goes off the air. Actually, I've never seen this one. I didn't see this video. So, I'm going to watch this as I am speaking here. I'm just going to put it on mute. This is my first time actually watching this. This is off the air. Apparently, they're face-to-face. I'll put the volume on, screw it. So Roman's holding up the title. Oh, he puts it down now. I didn't see this, actually. This is my first time seeing this. My first time. Is this the video that's, like, really disliked? Is this the one? It's number 11 on trending right now. Yeah, Roman doesn't look happy, and neither does The Rock. Are they going to say anything? I don't know. It's my first time. Looks like they're not, though. Looks like I'm just quickly fast-forwarding through this. Wait a minute. The Rock gets a microphone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Oh my God. The Rock gets a microphone. Wait a minute. So Roman Reigns walked away. Rock has a microphone. What's he gonna say? Hang on a sec, guys. This is I didn't even know this was even. Wait a minute. Let's turn this up a little. Let's see if we can hear it.
Well, it's become very clear.
Let me see if I can hear this.
To The Rock, that when you want to create something iconic, and when you want to create something magical, you come to the Magic City.
Well, the crowd's going crazy for this, but I just don't understand why people online are all mad about it then. I mean, I'm mad because Cody can't finish the story. I mean, he can, but I'll get into that in a second. But I'm watching this for the first time. I didn't know this was up. Rocky chants. 12 hours ago, they uploaded this on YouTube, guys. You should go check it out. Rock and Roman Reigns face off after SmackDown goes off the air.
Deep in history. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
I know I should watch this off camera, but
tonight,
I'm gonna watch it now.
Tonight, we made history here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, he goes on. Oh, he looks like he doesn't really do much. I'm just fast forwarding through this whole little bit. Let's see when he finishes talking. He's gonna finish talking in a minute.
I thank you. I love you. If you're some man.
Oh, The Rock is cooking. Yeah. And then The Rock theme song plays. He does his whole thing. He leaves. Yeah, so I'm not gonna watch the whole thing then. Yeah, so I did not know that was uploaded. I just saw that. It was here on the side of the screen here. It's called The Rock and Roman Reigns face off after SmackDown goes off the air. I did not see that. Looks like Roman didn't say anything. He just got up and walked away. It didn't look like he said anything. He just, yeah, I mean, let me just go back here and see. Because I kind of fast forwarded through it. Yeah, Roman just walked away. That's it. He didn't say anything. Just walked away. All right, well, I know that has nothing to do with the video, but I guess I'd play that. Why not? I need to get some water. Ooh, okay. Sorry, so back to the whole situation with Cody. So seemingly Cody handed The Rock the main event of WrestleMania, and everybody's disappointed about that. However, I feel like that's not the case. I feel like, I don't know. If it is, then I'm pretty pissed off about it. I am, as of this very moment in time. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. I know everybody's in a frenzy right now. Guys, we have to wait and see what happens next. You never know what's going to happen. And this is what I think should happen, by the way. I'll tell you in just a second. But we all have to be patient here. Like, something could come up. WrestleMania is not for another 2 months. Like, something could come up here. Something could come up. Like, and this is what I mean by something could come up. And what I think should happen. I feel like Cody should come out and address the Seth Rollins situation. Be like, listen, everybody's saying that I'm going after Seth Rollins. I never said that. I said I wanted Roman and I gave The Rock the main event of WrestleMania, but I never said I didn't want to go after Roman. Like, I never said I was going after Seth. And then all of a sudden, The Rock comes out, and I feel like The Rock should say, listen, I appreciate you giving me this spot. I know we talked about it before. I know we agreed on it, but I've had some time to think about it, and I feel like this is not a good idea. I feel like this is something that should happen on Raw. But this is a prediction for me. I think, not a prediction, but like not a spoiler either. But this is I should say, like, this is what I think should happen. That's basically what I'm saying. I think this should happen. Rock comes out and he says, listen, you earned the shot. You won back-to-back Royal Rumbles. It only makes sense that you go to WrestleMania main event and you finish your fucking story, dude. Go finish the fucking story. What are you doing? Why are you having me in the main event at WrestleMania? Like, go finish your story, dude. Like, everybody wants to see Cody finish the story, and just go do it, dude. Like, I'll take care of Roman another day. You know, I'll go to SummerSlam. I'll go to Elimination Chamber, you know? And it takes me to what I think WWE should do. I think after that, they should do Roman versus The Rock at the Elimination Chamber. And I will tell you why. Even though it's a big draw match at WrestleMania, I feel like they should do it at Elimination Chamber. Number one, Australia wants The Rock. They've already said this, that they want The Rock to be there. So it only makes sense to have The Rock there because they want them there, and it'll draw huge money, which is the second reason why it should happen. It'll draw huge money. And then there's going to be people that say, oh, I'm not tuning in at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch this pay-per-view. All of a sudden, you schedule Roman versus Rock at Elimination Chamber, and guess who's waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch that? Everybody. Yeah. I feel like it should happen in Elimination Chamber, and then Cody finishes the story. And another reason why it should happen at the Chamber, too, is because WWE is starting to try to push these pay-per-views into being a big deal. In other words, back then, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, those were basically the big four. The big four pay-per-views, or big five, whatever they call it. The big four pay-per-views of all time. Like, that's where the big deal happens, you know. That's where the serious shit happens. Like, the real shit. Like, Roman and Rock and Cody and Roman Cody finishes the story, you know, that kind of stuff. But WWE is pushing that all pay-per-views could be like that, all equal. You know, like Elimination Chamber, for example, could be as big, if not bigger, than WrestleMania. Or, I don't know, freaking TLC could be as big, if not bigger, than WrestleMania. And that's the way WWE is starting to try to push this. I mean, I can understand the TLC pay-per-view not being as big as WrestleMania, but you get my point. They're starting to push that. And especially when a pay-per-view is outside of the United States, it's a big deal. They make it a really big deal. I mean, just look at the last time they were in Australia. They had I don't know if it was Undertaker and Triple H or if it was Brothers of Destruction versus DX, but it was one of those matches that was in Australia. It was a big deal. It was a huge deal. You know? And not only, like, Shawn Michaels came out of retirement. I believe that was the Australia one. Or that might have been the Saudi Arabia. That might have been Crown Jewel, I think. That might have been Crown Jewel. I could be wrong. But again, Crown Jewel, it's in Saudi Arabia. It's completely out of the country. It's a place they hardly ever go to. It's a big deal. Australia is a big deal, and I feel like they should really put this match in there. And I heard Rhea Ripley's going to be main eventing Elimination Chamber. I have no idea what the match is going to be. Probably going to be Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley, and then, which Nia Jax already challenged her for the Elimination Chamber, I believe. So at that point, you know, have Rhea Ripley retain the title, obviously. Please, for the love of God, don't give Nia Jax the title ever. I absolutely hate Nia Jax. I'm pretty sure I've already discussed my hatred for her. I mean, outside of the WWE, she's probably the chillest person ever. But as far as like a WWE character and all that, I absolutely hate that motherfucker. I hate that woman. But yeah, a lot of fans are unhappy about this whole situation. But I gave you my prediction, what I think, or not my prediction of what's going to happen. My prediction, I think, what should happen. The Rock should be like, listen, I appreciate you giving me this spot, but man, you really deserve it better than I do. You earned this shot. I've made main event at WrestleMania many times. It's time for you to shine, and it's time for, you know, basically for The Rock to give him the torch in a way and say, listen, kick Roman's ass at WrestleMania. Finish the fucking story, dude. Just like CM Punk rather had said to him, go finish your fucking story. And at that point, I would have probably cried if I saw The Rock say something like that. Like something like very to the heart, very genuine. Like, listen, go finish your fucking story, dude. Just go. I don't care about the Roman right now. Just do it. Just go fucking do it. But at the moment right now, it's like Cody should have won last year at WrestleMania. He should have defeated Roman. He should have finished the story last year. And that's the problem with all this. Like, he should have finished the story last year. But he didn't. And he's probably not going to again this year, which sucks. Or at least not until maybe SummerSlam. A lot of people are saying, oh, maybe SummerSlam he's going to get it. But dude, Cody finishing the story should be a big deal. This is huge. This is huge for his family, because nobody in his family's ever won a world title before. I mean, Dusty did, I think, for a couple minutes, but then it was given back to Billy Graham. I'm not 100% sure about that, but you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong. But Cody and Roman is a big deal because he's gonna finish the fucking story. If we get Cody versus Roman, he's definitely finishing the story. There's no way. I mean, this is why I say like we should wait. We should wait this out because I feel like I feel like Triple H didn't do this for no reason. There's no way Triple H had Cody win the Royal Rumble back to back just to give it to The Rock. There's no way. There's absolutely no way Triple H would have done. That's something Vince McMahon would have done. But I feel like Triple H did. I feel like Triple H, something else is on his mind. I feel like he has a plan. Something's going to play out here. I think we just have to be patient. Everybody's just going on a frenzy for no reason. Even I'm saying that, even though for the first time probably ever, I'm pissed off about something about wrestling. I almost lost my shit last night. I mean, at first I didn't think much of it, but then I kept thinking about it. Like, what if Cody doesn't finish the story? Oh, what if we get Rock versus Roman instead of Roman versus Cody? What if we get a triple threat? What if this and that? And I was just losing my mind at that moment. I was so pissed. I was mad. I was actually legitimately mad. I still am a little bit right now. Like, I'm pretty shooken up about it. Like, this is my first time ever feeling like this. Like, seriously. I mean, look at these comments. Like, these people don't want to see this. Like, look at this guy's comment. Cody said he's more CM Punk than Punk himself, and WWE took it seriously. Hogan must be so proud of Dwayne, but buy a seat on the board and then demand the match you want. To hell with the plans. But the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania and I'm not makes me sick. That's a quote from somebody else. Apparently, he's quoting CM Punk. Everybody's thinking that Cody's going to pull off a CM Punk and do a pipe bomb or something, but I don't think it's going to happen. Just when you thought WWE is getting better, and it turns to shit, of course. You can literally feel the pain in the eyes of Cody, and you do, actually. If you look at that promo really closely, Cody did not like what he did. Or at least Cody, sorry, I was drinking some water. Or at least Cody thought, like, man, like this, I feel like this is a big mistake. I don't think he'll come and spoil a 2-year-long storytelling, famous last word. WWE has proven CM Punk's point yet again. It's literally Hulk Hogan versus Brett again, for fuck's sake, and already this crowd has amnesia. Yeah, I'm not going to keep reading through all this. This guy, I acknowledge these nuts sign as Roman Reigns walks to the back. I'm really not happy about this situation at all. I hate the fact that they're doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a big deal that The Rock and Roman, like, but Cody really needs to finish the story. Then again, fans I feel like are kind of in a rush. This could be a long story. Maybe this is just another chapter in the story. The story doesn't, just like Triple H said last year, the story doesn't end here. Like, it keeps going. I feel like, so either way, when Cody does finish the story, it's going to be a massive deal. They're going to make a big deal out of this. I mean, I even had a thought, like, next year Cody wins the Rumble next year, and back-to-back-to-back Royal Rumbles, which is 3 in a row, for the first time ever, and finally Cody finishes the story. And that's kind of another thought I had, too. Like, what if Cody wins another Royal Rumble in a row? That's 3 in a row. First time ever to do, which I doubt they're going to do that. I actually hope CM Punk wins it next year. As of this moment, at least. I hope CM Punk wins it next year. I feel like he deserves that. At that point, at least, perhaps I think I would consider that. But this year, no. Definitely Cody. Cody, like I said, Cody should have finished the damn story. I'm glad somebody went back-to-back at least again. That's cool and all, but it is a big deal that Cody finishes the story. I feel like The Rock needs to address this and be like, listen, I feel like this is the only way to address it, honestly. He's like, Cody, you earned this. Like, why are you pushing yourself aside for me? Like, go finish your fucking story, dude. This is a big deal. Like, your father didn't get to hold this title. Your brother, Dustin Rhodes, he didn't get to hold this title. He didn't even get to look at it. And you're the only one that's even gotten close. Finish your fucking story, bro. Do it. Cody, if you're listening to this podcast, which I doubt, finish the fucking story. Please, just finish the story. Make us all happy, bro. Like, just do it, please. Man, it's gonna happen, guys. Let's just all relax. he's gonna finish the story. I don't know when, but he's gonna finish the story one day. And just like I told my friend at work, and I'm gonna tell everybody here, the wait may be long, but when we get to that moment, it's gonna be all worth it in the end. Because in that moment, when Cody wins the WWE Championship, it's gonna be a big deal again. But this is the thing. If we go with the path of Rock versus Roman at Mania, 1,000,000,000% chance that Roman's retaining and he beats Hogan's record. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. A lot of people are saying, oh, lose it at SummerSlam. Okay. But if you do, SummerSlam's in August. If you, at least I think it's in August, you could just wait another month and that's it. Roman Reigns has just beaten Hogan's record. Because Hogan's record is I think it's the end of September of 2024. I believe if Roman Reigns becomes champion, holds the championship until the end of September of this year, he beats Hogan's record. So if you have him lose it at SummerSlam, which is like a month or two before that, why not just hold it? You've held it all this time. Why not hold it for another 2 months and you beat the record? I just don't understand why at that point they wouldn't do that. Might as well. I don't think they should. Because Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, and Hulk Hogan are huge names in WWE. We should never forget those three people because those are three people that are a huge deal. They are a big, big deal. Maybe they're doing this because Vince McMahon made Hulk Hogan. Vince McMahon is the reason why Hulk Hogan is even famous like that. Like he's one of the greatest of all time to begin with, and maybe they want to erase that because it has to do with Vince and all the allegations and all this other bullcrap. I just don't, man. I don't know. Cody really needs to finish the story at WrestleMania, and this podcast is going a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry. I promise you, it will not be longer than 40 minutes. I know I said 20 minutes, but we'll push it a little bit to 40. At most. But there's not really much I can say, honestly. I mean, the only other thing we can do, which I've already said this so many times, it's not the first time somebody has two matches on the same night. Look at Daniel Bryan 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago. To the date, at least that WrestleMania 30 was held, or WrestleMania 40 is going to be held. Daniel Bryan defeat Triple H to be in the triple threat match later on in the same night. In the same night, he beat Triple H. And in the same night, with a broken shoulder or an arm or whatever the hell the situation, I think it was a shoulder injury. With a shoulder injury, he beat Triple H, went on the main event WrestleMania, and beat the other two members of Evolution, Randy Orton and Batista, to become the WWE champion. That was Daniel Bryan. The last time somebody's ever done that was Daniel Bryan. Now, I think what they should do is the same thing. Night one, or at least night one, be Cody versus Roman. But even though Cody and Roman is a bigger deal, even though, I mean, money-wise, Cody and The Rock are a bigger deal. But as far as story is concerned, Cody and Roman is a big deal. So what I think should happen is main event, night one, should be Roman versus Rock. Roman beats The Rock. He gets his 1,000th win, which I don't know if you guys heard about that, by the way. Roman is 1 win away from winning 1,000 matches in his career. So that's a big deal. We have night one, we have The Rock versus Roman. Roman beats The Rock. He gets his 1,000th win. Night two, he gets time to rest. But that doesn't mean Roman Reigns is 100%. We can tell the story that, Roman Reigns is not 100% right now because The Rock beat the shit out of him last night at WrestleMania Night 2. He beat the crap out of him. So, he's not 100%. And that gives Cody the advantage, a little bit of an advantage, which at the same time, it makes Cody look a little weak. Because that means he can't beat Roman when he's at 100%. Maybe that's what the story they're playing. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. But continuing on what I was saying. So, Rock versus Roman, night 1, Roman wins. 1,000th win for Roman. Night 2, Cody versus Roman. Main event, by the way. Night 2 main event, WrestleMania. Cody versus Roman. And Cody finishes the story. He beats Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns leaves WWE. He takes his break. He goes does the movies or whatever the hell he was going to do originally. Good riddance to Roman Reigns. He can do whatever the hell he wants. I wish him the best, but he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can leave WWE for years and years. I don't care what he does. And not only that, he's leaving behind a really good legacy. He held the title for that long, even though he cheated to get his way up there. But WWE is WWE. They're going to count that. Roman Reigns can leave WWE with 1,000 wins on the button under his belt. 1,000 wins. Exactly. On the button. He can leave WWE with 1,000 wins. And another loss to his career is what it is. Whatever. You can't win them all. And not only that, Cody finishes the story. He's the WWE champion. Cody moves to SmackDown. Or we can do the whole swap and Cody can go to Raw and, Seth goes to SmackDown. Or Seth technically goes to SmackDown because Cody's already part of Raw. Or if we do a story, which would be interesting, having both world titles on Raw, which would be interesting. But I don't think they would ever do that. But I think what would have happened at that point was Cody would have gone to SmackDown, which not only A, Cody is the WWE champion, but B, we can do different rivalries now. Let's see, who's on SmackDown right now? We could do Cody and LA Knight. We can do Cody and Jimmy. Cody and Solo would be a nice one too. Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is a free agent. We could do Cody and hopefully Jacob Fatu, who is Solo Sikoa's, I think, brother. I believe. I think they would be a great tag team. They should tag team together when Roman leaves. I don't know what's going to happen with Paul Heyman in that case, but whatever, beats me. And I know he's not going to be with Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar ain't coming back anytime soon. After all the allegation bullshit, but yeah, Cody could go up against LA Knight, he could go up against Jimmy Uso, which I know it's not much, but at least something, right? We could see Cody and Randy. That's interesting. That's pretty interesting right there. Cody versus Randy. That's a story we can tell. Who else is on the SmackDown roster? Let me pull up the roster here. WWE.com. We're going to go and look at the SmackDown roster. Let's click on Superstars here, and we're going to go ahead. Can we click on... Is there a way to tell? A lot of people are saying the WWE Championship is dead, but it says right here, it's still here. 1963 to present day, it's still here. Like, relax, everybody. The title, let's not forget, it's the Undisputed Championship, okay? Okay, so, see, SmackDown roster, let's see. So I have the SmackDown roster here right now. See, Cody versus AJ would be a cool match to see. I don't think we've ever seen that. We might not, I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going through the roster real quick here. Cody and Austin Theory, sure. Cody and Bobby, yeah, cool. Cody and Carlito would be interesting. I think that would be different. It'd be cool. Cedric Alexander, I haven't seen him in a while. Let's see. Dragon Lee, I thought he went to NXT again. Cody versus, Andrade's on Raw. I was going to say Andrade, but see, Cody versus, I'm just going through this list here. Cody and Kevin, we might have seen that. I'm not sure, but Cody and LA Knight, there's LA Knight. Cody and LA Knight. Let's see. Pat McAfee on the SmackDown roster? No, he's not. They're going to have to update this. This is a little off here. Cody and Pete Dunne would be pretty cool. Cody and Sheamus is great. Cody and Randy Orton, awesome. Cody and Rey Mysterio, that'd be cool. There's Roman Reigns. Cody and Solo. Tamina's still on the SmackDown thing. No, she's not. Triple H is on the SmackDown roster too? What the yeah, they gotta update this. Yeah, that's basically about it. I mean, Tyler Bate here. I mean, a couple other people here. Santos Escobar and Cody would be cool to see as well. I mean, a lot of great talent there we can do with a lot of great matches we can. Luke Gallows, I don't know. Frick, I'm just coming up with random things here. Literally, there's so many different things we can do here with Cody on SmackDown. I mean, it's different. It's interesting, you know. Hell, I even heard Corey Graves was clear to come back. Maybe Corey Graves and Cody could go one-on-one one day. I don't freaking know. They're just coming up with matches here. Cameron Grimes, that'd be a cool match. Apparently, Humberto Carrillo's name is Berto now. Okay, that's new. That makes no sense at all. Ashante Adonis from NXT. All right, he's on SmackDown apparently. Akam and Rizard. There's Adam Pearce. But yeah, some interesting. That's just some names right there I just named from SmackDown. Let me click on the Raw side of things. Seeing as they didn't update this. Let me see. Apollo on Raw? I haven't seen Apollo in a while. But yeah, okay, most of this is pretty much accurate. There's Cody right there. Most of this is all... Everybody's on Raw, man. Look at all these people here. I'm just quickly skimming through all this, but... Odyssey Jones is on Raw? We haven't seen him, and I don't think we've seen him on Raw. Apparently it's 2 Rhea Ripley pictures here in one. I was gonna say Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn's on Raw. Never mind. There's Seth Rollins, Shinsuke... See, we've already seen all these matches. Let's put him... Yeah, I would say put him on SmackDown as the WWE Champion after WrestleMania. And he can go after other people. For me, I think the top matches here for me would be Cody and AJ. Cody and... If we push Austin Theory a little bit, maybe. Cody and Austin. Not really. Cody and Bobby Lashley would be interesting. Cody and Carlito. The one that gets me the most, I think, would be Cody and Randy Orton. Cody and Kevin would be interesting. Cody and Karrion Kross would be cool. LA Knight, I think, would be really cool as well. To see, I don't know. I don't never remember some of these freaking rival. Cody and Rey Mysterio, they have a history too, I believe. Yeah, it's basically it for the SmackDown roster here. I'm just looking through this roster. It's about it. Yeah, like I said, anyway, a lot of... I said I wasn't going to go past 40 minutes, so I got to start ending this now. But, yeah, a lot of different things we can do for Cody on SmackDown if we give him the championship. We give him the WWE Championship. Why don't we just do that? That's why I don't understand, is why don't we... I don't know. I think we should just wait and see, though. I'm going to finish this off by saying I think we should wait and see. You already heard my predictions already, what I think should happen. I think... If we do have Rock and Roman at Mania, I think they should be night 1 and then Cody versus Roman night 2. Night 2 is a little bit more of a bigger deal because technically that's the quote unquote main event. And then night 1 technically is only like to be continued kind of thing. Like it's kind of like the main event of night 1. It's like, okay, WrestleMania to be continued, you know, kind of thing. You know, like you don't have to watch the next episode. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the thing. So like night 2 is kind of a bigger deal because it's the last match in the thing. And besides, when you're watching it on Peacock, oh never mind, on Peacock it's 2 different things. I was gonna say on Peacock when you're watching it's all one video, but I guess not. I don't think. But I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this podcast was a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I had a lot to discuss here. I feel like I would have just discussed Cody Rhodes here. I just feel like he really he just needs to finish the story. I really think it should happen at WrestleMania. I don't care what, I mean, last night my mentality was just out of the water. It was like, okay, you know what? Like I don't care when he finishes the story as long as he just fucking finishes the damn story. And I still kind of think that way. I still think like I just don't fucking care anymore. Like, as long as Cody finishes the damn story this year at some point, I just don't fucking care anymore. Like, as long as the title is away from Roman by WrestleMania, I just don't give a shit. I really don't. But that's just gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Below in the description, I will be leaving the link to the YouTube version of this podcast. And of course, if you're listening to this on YouTube and you want to listen to the Spotify version, I will have the link for that in the description on the YouTube. Oh, sorry about that. Did not mean to do that. I accidentally clicked the stop button. Let me go ahead and repeat myself just now after accidentally clicking the stop button. So below will be the link for if you're listening to it on Spotify, to this podcast on Spotify, and you want to listen to the YouTube version. Maybe you're recommending it to a friend, and your friend doesn't have Spotify. Down below in the description on Spotify, you'll see the link to go to the YouTube version of my podcast, as well as the YouTube. If you're listening to it on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, and you want to listen to it on Spotify, go ahead. The link will be in the description below on YouTube to go listen to it on Spotify. And also on both Spotify and YouTube, I will be putting the link in the description for my Facebook page. I think I forgot to mention that in my last podcast, maybe even the podcast before that, but I think I forgot to mention it last episode, though, that I have a Facebook page, and you get to keep up with the latest episodes that I upload. It's I'll be putting the link to that below as well. It's the Ape Squad. Go ahead and follow that. Tell your friends about me. Tell your friends, your family, cats, dogs, kittens. You know the drill already. Go ahead and tell everybody about me. Share this podcast with everyone. What do you think about? Go ahead and put it in the comments below. I recommend on YouTube you put it in the comments on YouTube. I'm not sure how to read comments on Spotify, if that's even possible. But I do recommend go on YouTube version and just shoot me a message in the comments. Say, what do you think of the situation? What do you think? Do you think Cody should finish the story this year? Do you think it should be at WrestleMania? Do you think it should be Elimination Chamber? What do you think about all this? What's your opinion? What's your thoughts? What's on your mind? Anything, honestly. It doesn't even have to. It could be about Bayley. Hey, you want to talk about Bayley going after Io? Go ahead. Put anything in the comments. I don't care what it is. Express your opinion on it. If you don't agree with my opinion, I don't care what people think about it's my opinion. Nobody can change my opinion. It's just there. I'm not going to change your opinion either. If you like Rock versus Roman and you don't want to see Roman versus Cody, okay. I don't agree with it personally, but that's your opinion. That's fine. I'm not going to I almost said disintegrate. I'm not going to discriminate. That's the word I was looking for. Discriminate. I'm not going to discriminate on your comments. I'm not going to hate on you guys. I'm not. It's your opinion, like I said. Go ahead and put it in the comments below. What did you think of this podcast? What do you think of the Cody finishing the story, not finishing the story? Is there anything else you want to talk about? Maybe Bayley, maybe Io Scott, I don't know, freaking Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax. What do you think? Whatever you want to put in the comments below. I'm going to end this off right now. I've been rambling on enough. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time, which will probably be for the Elimination Chamber review. So thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day, everybody. Okay, yeah, I'm adding one more little thing I just thought about here in this episode. I find it really funny how all this comes full circle. I think so. It's funny how this works because just a couple years ago, Roman Reigns called Brock Lesnar a part-time champion, and he hates how that was the case. The only difference is that Brock Lesnar did not hold it as long as Roman did. However, I just find it funny how Roman Reigns was like, oh, you're a part-time champion. Nobody wants to see a part-time champion. But here it comes full circle as Roman is a part-time champion. Actually, worse than part-time because he's worse than Brock Lesnar. And I told my friend this at work. I was like, listen, man. I think Brock Lesnar's reign was better because at least every so often he would defend it. At least I think once a month or once every 2 months he would defend the title, which is bad, but it's better than Roman. Because Roman defended it 54 fucking times in 3 years. Brock Lesnar defended it 54 times in a year. Maybe not a year. Maybe like 2 years. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I just feel like this is all just this title reign just needs to end. At this point, my friend says the same thing. At this point, I don't care who takes the title away from Roman as long as Roman loses the fucking title. Obviously, it should be Cody. Obviously, you have Damian Priest on the sidelines too, but it's not going to be Damian Priest. Damian Priest is going to come after Seth Rollins. But if it ain't going to be Cody versus Seth, then who's Seth going to face at Mania? Which begs that question, and the answer is, could be Damian Priest. Maybe Damian Priest could be like, hey, I'm cashing in at WrestleMania, and it's going to be against you, Seth, and he beats him. But I don't think that's going to happen. I doubt it. But I guess that does beg the question, who's going to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania? Like, if Cody goes after Roman. Now that I'm thinking about that. But anyway, I'm going to end this off. I thought I would just add that little thought there, like how Roman Reigns called Brock Lesnar a part-time champion, but all of a sudden now Roman Reigns is never on SmackDown in a match standpoint ever. When was the last time Roman Reigns ever had a match on SmackDown? Like, seriously. Anyway, I'm ending this off. I told you guys the links will be in the description below. Whatever you're looking to find, put your input down below in the comments, what you think about the podcast. Any thoughts you have in mind, go ahead, spill the beans in the comments. I'm not going to be mad at you. Anyway, thank you so much again for tuning in. Like I said, I thought I would just throw that out there. I just thought that was a little fun fact for you guys that Roman Reigns called Brock Lesnar a part-time champion, and it's funny because it comes full circle because Roman Reigns is a part-time champion, except worse than Brock Lesnar. He's worse than part-time. I don't know what could be worse than part-time. Half-time, maybe? Not, I don't know. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. This legit is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much, and peace out.